our governor today,
AKA
Chris Farley.
Chris.
The governor. If you can put it on post-production, okay,
Yeah.
right here,
Chris Farley.
Chris Farley, and right here
Our
is our governor. Same fucking thing.
La terapia del día, episodio 21. Y
21.
este es el episodio
Bilingüe.
bilingüe. Para enseñarle inglés a esa gente que, pues, que quieren el estado 51.
Exacto. Eso
So-
nunca va a pasar, pero pues.
Ajá. So, those
Sabe.
people that want to be state 51, we're going to teach them some English. So,
Oh, yeah.
Thank you for including me.
Oh, good. We got our guest today,
Yeah.
Solomon.
Solomon.
Saludo, papá. Welcome to La Terapia del
Terapia.
Día, motherfuckers. Clap. What the fuck?
Hopefully
Yeah.
you don't lose your job. Like,
Yeah. Like some people
like
that we
some
know
people
that
we have
got
in
their
this
vital
podcast.
notice. Like,
No.
if you do the podcast, we got less and less people.
We should have used a fake name.
yeah.
I just figured that out.
Yeah, well, you figured out late.
I've never been good at pseudonyms, so
But that's fine. Like, yeah, whatever. Who's gonna see this in the States?
Yeah, nobody.
Like, and now with Trump, like, he probably blocked Puerto Rico.
So, yeah, we're banned.
You need like a VPN to see.
He said, ban those motherfuckers.
Or they send us to El Salvador.
Yeah. Salvador's nice. I wouldn't mind shit.
But anyways, suscríbanse a La Terapia del Día. Búsquenos en Instagram, búsquenos en YouTube, La Terapia del Día. Si no, pues me hacen para el carajo. Si no,
Mámense
porque
un bicho.
seguimos diciendo lo mismo todo el tiempo.
Cáguese
Pero
en su madre,
suscríbanse
si no se
aquí
suscriben.
mismo. Yo siempre digo esto y nunca pongo
ponen
la...
nada, cabrón.
Ah,
Bueno,
pero
hay
ellos-
algunos episodios que sí.
Sí,
Hay
pero
algunos
tú
que sí.
sabes, sí me pongo creativo. Pero aunque yo no lo ponga, aquí abajo tú te puedes suscribir. No
Claro.
tienes que decirlo.
Exacto.
Like,
no
you
sean
don't have-
brutos, no sean
I don't
brutos.
have to tell people to subscribe here because YouTube already has the interface right here. So
Yeah.
subscribe,
Subscribe.
comment, comenta en español o en inglés.
Yeah.
Like either way, Miguel's gonna answer your
I'm going to answer you no matter what.
no
In
matter
Korean, Spanish, or English, motherfucker. So, yeah. Esa es la que hay, cabrones.
what. ¿Qué tú dijiste coreano?
Coreano, yeah.
¿Sí?
A little bit Korean, yeah.
What do you know in Korean?
Hana, Tul, Set, Net, Canso, Doso,
¿Qué
Chariot,
significa eso?
Chariot. Oh, I was just counting the numbers
I
and
was gonna say,
saying
that's a taekwondo.
Chariot, Taekwondo, yeah.
Yeah.
Taekwondo. He knows Taekwondo.
Yeah.
So,
That's-
yeah. So I know the basic stuff, but I don't know a lot of it, so I'm learning.
That's good.
Thanks to my 7-year-old daughter. Knows more Korean than me.
Isong-chi.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. So, basically, este episodio es Spanglish, cabrones. Así que, si nos escuchan hablando inglés de una manera distinta como hablamos español, eso es normal, porque las
Entonces,
personas bilingües lo hacemos distinto.
Vamos a explicarle a las personas por qué los otros invitados, los otros guests no están aquí hoy.
Ok.
Loki tuvo una emergencia, se tuvo que ir.
Sí.
Y David está enfermo, no sé si tiene COVID.
Está bien jodido.
Está bien
Está bien
jodido.
jodido, de verdad.
David, envíanos una foto de qué jodido tú estás en el chat para
Para ponerla.
enviársela a la gente para que la gente vea qué jodido tú estás.
Exacto.
Y estamos aquí, pero esta producción, estamos nosotros y pues siempre grabamos aquí la terapia del día para ustedes. Pero el primer tema que tenemos para hoy es, lo voy a buscar aquí porque pues producción nos regañó cuando, ustedes han visto los temas.
Estamos
y
bien
qué
al
sé yo
garete.
qué más.
Nadie los lee.
Ajá, nadie
la
lo
verdad.
lee. But the first topic es Chupacabra. Miguel, explica Chupacabra para la gente internacional de Estados Unidos que no
Pues,
sabe, like in
fíjate,
English.
Chupacabra es una leyenda urbana.
No, pero en inglés para que
Oh,
lo
yeah, it's like
entiendan.
this urban legend that we have. I think it's a monkey mutated into some crazy shit that has like vampire teeth
Wait.
and sucks on goats. It's the goat sucker, which sounds
It's the goat sucker.
it sounds so fucked up in English,
yeah.
right? But it's el chupacabra. It sounds better. This isn't even a movie about it, and they make it look like really, really cute. No, it's not. Supposedly it's like this alien type of monkey meets fucking werewolf. We don't even know what the fuck. That he kept on killing them, and for some reason
I
sucked
want
her.
perspective.
Who is them? That's important.
Yeah,
Killing
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But basically, when in the in the early '90s, everybody in Puerto Rico started saying, "Oh, I saw him jump into a fence of 50 feet." First of all, there's no fence of 50 feet.
In Puerto Rico,
In Puerto
nobody
Rico,
has that.
nobody has
Nobody
that
can
shit.
afford that.
Yeah, that's too expensive to build. So what they say is that they seen it like suck on goats and then drink their blood and running like a man, runs like a man,
Yeah.
and that's
But it
how they
has
came
like
up with the
spikes.
name goat sucker. Like what the fuck?
Yeah. I
but
don't
it sounds
know.
better when you say it in Spanish. It sounds
Chupacabra.
cool. Chupacabra.
Chupacabra.
Salmon, can you say chupacabra?
Chupacabra.
It even sounds
That's
cooler.
pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah, he makes it sound cooler. So you
But
say
wait.
goat sucker, it's like kind of normal.
When do you learn, Solomon? When do you learn about Chupacabra? I'm just curious.
I feel like I've heard about it.
Like when you were in school or
uh,
something?
Since I was in school,
Really?
elementary school maybe.
That
I mean,
that
it's
made
like
it all the way
it's
there?
like a myth or a legend that
Yeah, it is.
that we've heard. But
Okay.
you guys heard me asking like, what is a chupacabra?
Yeah.
Yeah. And here, like, we had a lot. I think motherfuckers started killing them and then called,
Chupacabra, it's more famous than Bad Bunny.
I think. And
Because
those
in the 90s, there was no internet.
Yeah.
And Solomon knows about Chupacabra,
Yeah.
and it was,
and there was no fucking internet.
they even did a series in Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
Remember? I sound like fucking Trump. Puerto Rico. What the fuck? Puerto Rico. Yeah, but there was like a series back in '90s. They
Paper
would talk
towel.
about that motherfucker. You know what I mean? Not a paper towel. What the fuck?
Producción.
Oh shit.
Paper towel.
Paper towel. So basically, they will talk about this fucking thing killing all the ganados and all the fucking cows and horses, and and to be honest with you, I don't think there's such thing as a fucking chupacabras. I don't think that shit exists.
Okay.
I don't
But
know.
all of a sudden,
But wait, it came back.
it came
But-
back. That's
So
what they're saying.
the
But,
new
but most myths and legends come from something real.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
but then again, most of them they have like no proof, like because
100%.
there's not a video of the fucking chupacabras.
Yeah.
They got
I agree
pictures
with
that you know that shit's like weird.
Yeah,
you know.
something real with the
Weird,
mytho-
weird,
with
weird.
with
I sound like that
with
bitch from the-
mythological
the
spin.
new movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
but wait, my God, the topic that we were talking is
Chupacabra
that Chupacabra came back
came back.
and killed 20 chickens.
Yeah. And
And-
eggs are already expensive right now.
Thomas
So
already
we got
laughing.
a serial killer.
So it killed 20 chickens.
Not one. 20.
But wait, it's specified because the chickens were like the ponedoras chicken.
Yeah.
I don't know how to say ponedoras in English, but it's like, I don't know, Solomon, like there's chickens that don't lay eggs and there's chickens that they do.
Okay.
So the ones that do, we call it ponedoras because they
Okay.
pon like ponedoras.
Yeah.
I got you.
Yeah.
Is there a different name that you know for chickens that put eggs and the one they don't in English?
I think in the U.S. all of them put. It's just Puerto Rico
Fertile
they have
chickens and
Fertile,
non-fertile
yeah.
chickens.
Okay,
yes.
fertile chickens.
fertile
so,
chickens. So
So
he just didn't kill any chicken. Just
Well-
kill the fertile
Well,
ones.
here's the thing. The Chupacabra came, went to this farm. So there's hundreds of chickens. And he was like, who lay eggs here? And there was like 20. He's like, yeah, you, not you. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, he
Yeah.
specifically
So he was
killed them
picking-
all.
he was
He's
picking them out,
handpicking
huh?
them.
Yeah.
He was handpicking them and okay, tú eres ponedora, you're dead, bitch.
Okay.
You know, he will kill them
So
like
it was
all
like
of them.
specific vengeance.
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, it's a specific chicken.
So,
he just didn't kill any.
Did
chicken.
one chicken lie or something? Like, you know,
yeah,
Like-
hey, you ponedora? No, I'm not. Okay, next.
why you carrying an egg? Just chilling.
You imagine her like, no. She would say that she's not. No huevo.
Like,
No huevo. No way.
like
the
this-
fuck.
this is a pigeon egg.
Yeah.
Yo no sé si las palomas ponen huevo. The pigeons lay egg.
Las
No.
palomas, sí, palomas ponen huevo.
We need.
Casi todos los aves
No.
ponen huevo. La gran mayoría de las aves ponen huevo. Lo que pasa es que las palomas son ratas con alas, como dicen por ahí. ¿Nunca has comido un sopado de paloma?
No. Solomon, have
Okay.
you ate pigeon?
Have you ever ate pigeons? They say they're good.
I don't know if I've
They
had
taste
pigeon.
almost like chicken.
Yeah.
Like,
It's like, yeah,
iguanas.
no.
Iguanas. I tried iguanas. They taste like chicken.
Do they?
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, they said that. I don't know.
Yeah, I've tried them.
In our last episode.
I've had Cornish hen. That's close to a pigeon.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It is.
So in our last episode, we talked about the Chinese people here
Mhm.
that we don't know if they're selling dog or cat because
we never see them at the grocery store.
we
don't
never see them at the grocery
supermarkets.
store.
And how the fuck these motherfuckers get meat? They don't. They live in the fucking.
You never
restaurant.
see them
my
in
God.
Costco.
No.
Oh,
You
my
kn-
God. Okay, so I could get fired. That is sure.
Okay, so let's skip that. Okay, no,
Okay.
we're not talking about that.
No. That's fine. I also have no knowledge of where the meat comes from.
No chow mein. No chow mein.
You just don't make any comments.
Yeah, like,
And production won't punch you when we're talking.
but you know their chicken doesn't taste like chicken, and their pepper steak doesn't taste like steak. So what
But
is
like
it?
you never see chicken in that form
No, you don't.
anywhere.
Yeah, and you try to make it at home, it doesn't taste right.
No, they don't.
For
taste
some
the
reason,
same.
no sabe igual.
You're missing the MSG.
Oh,
that could be.
That could be. Yeah, so I take that back.
There was a
True.
hip hop group called Notorious MSG. I'm not joking.
Notorious
Google it.
MSG.
Notorious
Yeah,
MSG.
I know. I'm not joking. I know. Eso está cabrón.
But yeah, so the Chupacabra came back and started killing chickens. Only the ones that put eggs.
Yeah.
So
How convenient is that for those farmers to, you know, recover from the insurance money, or like, you know what?
Yeah, maybe.
I run a farm and I got chickens that are all dead, so
Yeah.
I got no money.
that could
Is
be.
there a way you can get an insurance for that, for chickens
I don't think there's insurance for
or
chickens.
farmers? Yeah, they should
Oh,
be.
Sure they have.
Sure, they
Yeah?
have.
Sure
Allstate,
they're-
right? Or
Allstate.
or Mafre. We got Mafre here in Puerto Rico. No, really?
I imagine it's not Allstate.
No, I know. I'm just talking shit. I'm talking shit like I know.
Allstate.
Allstate.
Hey,
Hey,
can
you see
you
that
insurance
commercial
my
when the guy comes back
my
from his
300
house?
chickens?
Like he comes back to the house and,
Yeah.
and Michael B. Jordan's still there with his wife.
Oh man. I've
Oh,
seen
we're
that
here
one.
24/7. Okay, are you still here? Yes, I'm Jake for Snake Farm. I'm with your wife.
Jake.
That's so funny.
But and is there anything else do we want to say about the about the Chupacabra?
I mean,
Well,
I hope it gets resolved, man. I like omelets.
Gets resolved. I don't think this is true, but you know, the internet's crazy. You know, like you see the craziest shit on the internet.
Just only get every other 3. You know.
Yeah. So it's difficult these times, right? Solomon, like what's real, what's not, right? Like we got so
absolutely.
much information that we got misinformation.
Nah, you have to be discerning. You can't, because it's definitely easy to get sucked in.
Yeah, and manipulate like the opinion and everything,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
So
And
that,
it's easy to get turned inside out where you're upset.
Yeah.
And you're not sure, right?
Yeah,
So
I second that.
fidelity of information is very, very important.
True.
So the next topic we talk, I mean we have, it's the people making all the memes with the Ghibli, whatever.
Oh, the anime
Anime.
style design.
So I know about this anime company for a few years because I'm a fan of the music, not the
Mm.
Yeah,
Not
now
the
the, now
art.
the anime
Not the art.
not the
art
anime
concept.
art.
Yeah.
But the music, I always listen to it, so it's
Yeah.
really good. But I didn't know it was such a big deal. And then now everybody's using ChatGPT, which I don't know how do you do it. Like you put your picture on ChatGPT.
Basically, what you do is like this prompt already.
Yeah.
And you
Okay.
copy and paste it, right?
Yeah.
So
I
let's
mean,
say you got
you could say, hey,
Yeah, you could- you can add on.
I want to do I want to be X.
Yeah.
And it'll spit it out for you.
yeah. And some if you want to be lazy, right? You want to be
Yeah.
lazy, you just copy and paste the prompt,
Yeah.
which is really stupid. It just says make this image converted into a Ghibli anime style
Mm-hmm.
animation, and it will do it for you. And then that animation you can turn it then on Midjourney into a video.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you can basically get
I
the
see.
plugin and make it into a video.
So now everybody's getting, I mean, not everybody, but like ChatGPT is getting sued for the
And how
Ghibli. Or
we were
what-
talking about that right off camera. How the fuck do you get with the bottom?
I don't know.
Or
I
how do
think-
you sue? Or how you do?
You know, the hard part is the horse is out of the barn,
Yeah, it is
right? Like,
way out.
so-
Like how
so
you?
It's gone everywhere. All you can do is go to the platform, just say, hey,
Yeah.
like my art is protected.
And And I
I'm
bet
gonna
they're
hold
But
it
how
billionaires.
do-
but I
They'll
mean,
make a
that's-
blank
that's gonna
check.
be-
How much you want? Okay.
But the thing is,
Yeah.
how do you? So I know there's a style, there's specific style. How do you do like Ghibli or whatever?
Mhm.
But you need to have that in writing in order to say you're copying my style.
Yeah,
And
I think
that's-
I think it's gonna come down to like what's in the code.
Yeah, that's very hard to.
Because if you're just mimicking something
Yeah, you can't.
versus
get
reproducing something, I mean,
Yeah,
I'm not a patent attorney. But it's like there is
Yeah.
a distinction there.
Like-
I think that as an intellectual property,
Yeah.
like oh shit, I really sound really Puerto Rican. Intellectual property.
intellectual property.
No, I sound Mexican on that one. So that app, it has an IP, like just like in the music,
Mm-hmm.
right? So it's copywritten, and I say you got 50 something states using that shit,
Yeah.
and I mean not states. I'm sorry, countries
Mm-hmm.
using that other than the 51 states, right?
Sure.
So
No,
we-
51. 50.
well, Canada's gonna be the 51 according to Trump.
Well,
So 50 states
not
and,
Puerto Rico.
and 52 countries are using it, right? So how the fuck? No, true. How the fuck do you sue the world?
I believe the new leader of Canada came out this week and said,
Fuck
there's-
you, Trump.
Hey,
Ain't nobody becoming nothing.
it was more eloquent than that.
No, he
okay.
was cool. Yeah.
But he was
Nah.
under no circumstance.
He was like, "Thank you, we're not, but no, thank you, we're bigger
not
than
in-
you."
We're not interested. We're not interested.
Shit, they're paying citizens to live over there.
Okay, hey,
Yeah.
I'm with you.
Yeah, good. And good money too. So what I'm thinking, how do you sue all these people? That's how I think, like, ¿cómo carajo tú demandas a todo el mundo?
No creo.
No creo que puedan
No
demandarlo.
creo que puedas demandarlo.
Eso está bien cabrón
Like-
porque, ay, el mundo entero lo decidió hacer. ¿A cuántas personas vas a demandar? ¿Qué carajo vas a hacer? Demandar la plataforma, pero es un puto robot.
Sí.
Los desarrolladores están detrás, no saben ni quién carajo tiene eso. So it's gonna be difficult.
No, entonces lo que, well, what I don't understand is like, what makes Ghibli or whatever.
Gibberish.
Yeah,
Like
Ghibli.
we said.
Because the thing is, you have to have specific style, right?
Yeah.
And let's say,
Yeah, but I think it's that distinct.
yeah,
right.
it's distinct.
Yeah.
But you show me this, and you're like, okay, that's Ghibli style, because you visually see a whole picture,
And it looks
and it
very,
looks
very
like that.
similar,
But then
very
the thing is, I can copy that style with a pen, and is that? Can you patent a?
Well,
What's a
this-
style
yeah,
in
but
draw?
mean,
You know what I
But the
mean?
use is important as well.
I think yeah,
So,
yeah,
So for the platforms, people are catching a wave and want to do this, right?
yeah.
So it drives traffic to ChatGPT.
yeah. And you know what
I think if they go through that line, yeah. Like
and you know what
something like that.
think? I think it they really became clever that Ghibli style anime. It doesn't say like the original.
Yeah,
You know, and not only that, like you can incorporate or you can copyright a certain character, right? Like a character, let's say Messengers E, or like
Mhm.
let's be, you know, let's talk about some character, right? And that concept of that character. But if you make something similar,
Mm-hmm.
like you know when they did with Pixar,
Mhm.
they didn't copy the characters from Toy Story, but they did that style and converted it into covers
yeah.
of albums and
yeah.
concept.
Mm-hmm.
So I think you could copy some of the concept, but I think that the style is unique. But I don't know how do you legally proceed with that. You know, that's
Yeah.
what I'm saying.
But I think if you say,
Does
if-
it even have sense what I'm saying?
No, I understand.
Yeah,
what
you
you're
know what I
saying.
mean?
But
Like,
if you put the
What
prompt,
you're talking about is like, so like it's like a hose, right?
Yeah.
There's water coming out everywhere.
Yeah.
yeah,
How do you stop it?
How you stop that?
And you're not going to probably be able to plug the entire thing, but where I would start would be, the platform, and then
Yeah.
anybody that's like utilizing that art for commercial use, you know, that might have some tangible that you can go after.
Yeah.
I
But
believe
you're
like
not
the
gonna be able to go after like the
Well,
individual.
didn't the servers like collapse and some shit? Something went down like
Yeah.
Right?
They caught
I
them
wish I would have read
fire.
more about this because I don't know.
So
How-
the servers this week
Yeah,
were on fire because people
really.
were generating so many images.
How popular is Ghibli? I've never seen.
It wasn't until now.
well,
Really?
it
Okay.
was
was
a
popular,
segregated,
but-
it was a segregated
Wow.
community, but now it went
No,
crazy
no.
for some reason.
It was very popular in Japan
Okay,
and other countries.
okay.
Yeah,
I mean,
but-
some in the U.S. too.
Yeah, but not
But
like now. Something happened.
ChatGPT make it like exploded to
But
other.
it's like I've heard of Samurai Champloo. I never heard of Ghibli
Yeah.
before this week.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
the servers were on fire. That's the thing. We were joking in our
Yeah,
chat because we was like,
had memes. Of
are you
people-
fucking kidding me? Like, you have the most powerful technology in your pocket, and the servers are on fire because people want to regenerate themselves as a character of an anime.
That's the,
Not
that's the
because they
news.
want to
With
solve
that nice
world
anime
problems.
face.
No,
Yeah.
not because they want to do something good. No.
No.
I just want to make myself look like an anime. The fuck? Does that even sound right? I want to be an anime. Jason,
So,
can you make an anime out of me?
yeah. No. Well, they can.
Yeah, they
But
do.
the thing is, no, I think if I was the artist, I will say what Solomon said. I will go straight to the platform and be like, "Hey, show me how you are generating this."
Mhm.
Oh, I know what they're gonna say. Oh, it's an AI. I don't understand how they do it. No, but the AI has a training. You train the AI
Yeah.
into
Did
this.
You use,
Yeah.
Did you,
You
use my work
programmed
to
the damn
generate
thing.
these
Exactly.
images?
You
Yeah.
use
Program the damn thing. Yeah. So like, well, basically, I don't think that they're gonna say it's our fault. That never happens. You know that. So I think that something has to be done because it's out of control.
No,
Like you even got mixtapes coming out. You even got Wu-Tang Clan classic covers. And you
Ghibli?
got on Ghibli. Even the Nas Illmatic.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they didn't know. They
The
went
album
all out.
Wait, the album cover or the music?
The album cover, bro.
Oh wow.
The
Oh, I
album
need
cover
to see that.
in Ghibli style.
Necesito
The
ver-
Wu-Tang Clan came out dope. I like that one. I'll give you that.
Mhm.
Some of the stuff came out dope. I'm not judging, but the thing is that
They have porn.
yeah, no, we're stealing everybody's stuff. Like these days, you cannot come up with an original concept because when it hits the internet,
Mhm.
it's no longer
That's
yours.
No ideas original.
No idea is original. So there's no way you can do something even if you patent something, it has a US patent, it doesn't protect you all the way.
Tú puedes
It doesn't.
el Chupacabra. Can you Ghibli the Chupacabra?
You can do it. Yeah. You put the prompt and whatever you tell them, at the end you put Ghibli style anime on this
Producción.
image.
Tenemos que poner el Chupacabra
Yeah.
Ghibli style.
If we do a Ghibli style of a production, can we get him? I mean him on the podcast.
Get him.
Yeah, with
Hims.
animation. Yeah, we can do that. I will put like a cute, furry, pinkish type of cute chupacabra. You remember the Gremlins?
Yeah.
They had the female. That, but on chupacabra.
Yeah, you remember the Gremlin movie, the second one? Everybody has a theme.
Yeah.
There was a transgender gremlin.
Oh yeah. You put that George Michael in. Oh yeah. Let's go. But yeah, you
Dude.
remember that it was a transgender or was really a woman? I think it was a woman.
No.
It was a woman gremlin.
It was a woman gremlin? No, it was
Yeah,
a
I think no, she was a woman.
Yeah. It
Titties
was a
and
wo-
everything.
But-
It was a combination of Jessica Rabbit and a very ugly gremlin.
How these gremlins were born and they knew exactly the movies and the theme and all
Oh,
that
yeah.
stuff
Pa, 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 pa,
in
pa,
a
pa.
one night.
Yeah,
There was like a Rambo one.
yeah. I believe it was Gizmo, the Rambo. It said Rambo and hit
Yeah.
with the.
But how did the other one? It was a scientist. There was like
They're very smart. Gremlins are really smart.
I always want to sample the gremlin.
Do you remember the Critters? That was like the Temu or Wish version of Gremlins. Remember there were balls.
Critters.
Critters, yeah. That was a fucked up line.
Critters
Stories.
eran los Temu de
Yeah, they were really
Gremlins.
cheap as fuck. But they're trying to compete with Gremlins.
But they didn't have a theme.
no, they didn't. and didn't have the quality.
No.
And they look like gremlins, but on steroids. Like the furry
Someone should
balls.
make another Gremlin movie.
Oh yeah. I don't think that's happening on our generation, but eventually will.
This generation cannot handle Gremlins.
No. They're too soft. Nah, just fucking.
The
I'm just fucking with you guys.
Gremlins too much for this generation.
So what happened to our governor?
Oh, today?
Yeah.
Dilo.
¿Qué pasó?
¿Qué pasó? Falta la
¿Qué
cámara.
pasó?
What happened today to our governor?
Oh yeah. So our governor today,
AKA
Chris Farley.
Chris.
Our governor. If you can put it on post production, okay.
Yeah.
Right here. Yeah,
Chris Farley.
Chris Farley. And right here is our
governor.
governor. Same fucking thing. Just you get Chris Farley and you put a dress and that's it. Dress and a wig. That's Chris Farley. So that's our governor. So I doubt she's a female, but you know. So anyway, so this governor periquera que tenemos nosotros, Jennifer Gonzalez, decides it's a good idea. She gets filmed going to the channel newsroom, right?
Yeah.
The morning time. There's this morning show. And when she's walking, the camera guy just following her, right?
Yep.
So she had this dress that's like a big, I think that looks like a parachute. Like a big parachute. With some of our grandma curtains type of fabric. Cortina de abuela. And that shit just came flying up and you can see her cone-shaped ass as she walks by.
And then,
And then they freeze it. That's the worst part. Like the camera guy didn't help. He could have just fucking film away. No, he just fucking froze it there.
he couldn't edit it.
No, they couldn't edit it because it was live TV.
Oh, man, live.
I think he froze it right in the butt,
Yeah.
which just made it worse because
Yeah.
you know how Puerto Ricans are. They'll fucking screenshot that shit. Tensión. Entonces, pues, vimos este conito así y entonces, pues, everybody's making memes. Todo el mundo está hablando de ella. You know what I think? I think that she makes that shit on purpose. Every time she's getting accused of something, she will
I
play with the
think so,
babies
too.
at 2 a.m. Ay, vamos a jugar con los nenes. Let's play with our kids.
That's how
And she's getting sued for like doing
I
a
don't
lot of
think
shit.
showing her butt.
Yeah,
helps.
that's a curtain. That's a smoke curtain.
That's
Like
not
Trump,
a curtain.
Trump every time
That's
he's
a
getting
parachute.
that's a parachute. Yeah, true. Trump every time he's getting blamed for something, a sniper comes and shoots him or something happens, and he has the time to get an epic picture like this.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Something happens.
So help me understand.
Yeah.
How is the governor perceived? What?
Well, our governor is perceived as a truquera,
Okay.
which this means that's a person that does a lot of tricks.
She's
To
the
get-
biggest liar.
And she lies. She talk about getting Luma out of here, which is a company that came after our company that didn't do shit. Well, this other one didn't do shit either.
Mhm.
So instead of kicking them out, like she said on her campaign, she said that she couldn't afford to get them out now, but she's governor now.
Mhm.
So she had a mother-in-law that did some shiesty stuff in some place in Rincon, right?
No,
Rincon.
la parguera.
Parguera. And this place is protected by nature, like
It's like a
recursos
preserve.
naturales. Yeah, it's a preserve.
Mhm.
And what they did, they built around it.
Mm.
Well, let's start with what she was. She was a comisionado residente. I don't know how to say it,
resident,
like
commissioner resident in Washington,
in Washington D.C.
Okay.
right?
I
Like
got you. So she went to Congress, but was not
Yes.
obviously couldn't vote.
exactly.
Of course.
Understood.
So she was there for like I would say 8 years, I think,
Yeah.
or something. And then after that, she decided to run for governor of
Yeah.
Puerto Rico.
Okay.
And then in her campaign, she was like, now I'm going to bring all this stuff to Puerto Rico. And we were like, what the fuck you were doing in D.C. for
Yeah.
8 years?
Yeah.
Sure.
Like now you're going to do it?
Right.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
And she's only been here since January
Yeah.
and hasn't bring shit.
Now a regular politician, all
It's a
politicians,
regular-
all politics do that. They lie.
Mm-hmm.
They don't say the truth because if they tell you the truth,
So
you won't be able to do it. You know, like you're not gonna vote for me if I tell you that everything is fucked and it will take me more than 4 years to fix it.
Mm-hmm.
You will vote for the motherfucker tell you, give me 2 years and I'll fix everything. I got a plan. Because here in Puerto Rico, all of them got a plan.
Sure.
They all got a plan. They say, oh, tengo un plan para esto, tengo un plan. Estos cabrones tienen un plan para todo, but they don't. Once they win, they'll take the money, rob everybody, and do what a regular
but
politics do.
but it's different here because we have we're a colony, so
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
we
which is worse.
it's like you have a fake governor. Like it's like
Yeah.
she's like a secretary of the United States.
Yeah,
So she doesn't really have power. She's like
She
I
has
don't
to
know.
ask.
Yeah, she's like
she's asking for
she's
money, asking for stuff.
money, asking
asking
for
for
stuff,
permission.
it's
yeah.
just not able to.
perform. or-
Can't say
It's-
this is the answer.
No,
Yeah.
she's not. She's not a
Unilaterally.
decision
I got
maker.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She
Like,
doesn't do
if you-
executive decisions.
If you have the right person, you can run the country in the right way, but it's more like a facilitator
Mhm.
of things.
Mhm.
That's what we need. A person who said, look, we need $20 million for healthcare.
Mhm.
And if you give it to me, I'll figure out how to run healthcare for $20 million and I will actually do it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But the people here go to the government and say, we need $1 billion for the healthcare.
Mhm.
And then I don't know what the fuck happened in the US, but they given, instead of one, they given $2 billion. And it comes here and it's like 5 years. And then my dad is paying for his medicine and everybody's fucked up here.
Yeah.
And it's like, where is the $2 billion? And then
Yeah.
5 years later, and I'm just using examples.
yeah.
Sure.
And then the U.S. came back and was like, hey, what do you do with those $2 billion? Oh, it's still in the account. Like, I never use it. Like,
Mhm.
then what the fuck?
Just
You know what I mean?
Really
Sometime-
ineffective. Is
And-
Exactly.
And sometimes not even in
Like,
the account.
what are you doing? Like, what?
Yeah.
And
That
I have
part.
a theory, and I think is the money comes here, right? And
Mhm.
you want to make sure that you have your people cover. And we talk about this in the podcast
Yeah.
before. Make sure you have your people cover. Like, hey, Miguel, you're gonna be in charge of medicine or whatever. You know what I mean? Or
Yeah.
or pharmacy. You're gonna be in charge of this. But if you don't have that legally in the right way, which can take time to make sure that it's not, something shady.
We call it
So-
friends of friends.
Yeah. So if you don't have that, then the money's stuck in there because also the government the government's not
Has
gonna
to
give
be
you that
authorized.
money.
Has to be authorized. to spend.
Exactly. It needs to be authorized. So right now, and everything I just said is an example.
That's awesome.
But if you look like right now, we have billions of dollars for education, for healthcare and all that since Maria,
and we're closing
since Hurricane
schools.
Maria.
We're closing
And
schools.
now
And that
this
was
week,
2016. You were telling me.
exactly, 2017.
2017.
So this week, it came out that the government, now Trump is like, well, take all that fucking money from these people because they haven't used it.
Yeah.
They haven't used it.
Wow.
But the reason why they haven't used it is because they haven't figured out how they can plug their friends to get the federal government. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
Yeah, because they got
Like,
they
The
got
feds are like, hey, if
Yeah.
you do ABC,
Yeah.
you can get this money. And then the governor here is like, I only have A. I don't have B and C yet. So let's put the money on the side. And then time has passed and nothing gets done.
and they're straight. They're comfortable, so they don't need the money. They don't have the situation.
Right.
You know what I mean? So
Sure.
so they they can give a fuck about you. They don't give a fuck about us.
Our
regular people.
education budget here, it's bigger than the budget that El Salvador has for the entire country.
Yeah. And we're closing schools.
And we're closing schools and our kids have the worst
Education system.
education system.
Yes.
And you
That's
know where that
crazy.
budget is? It's like some bank.
Mhm.
There.
Frozen and
This-
not only that, the one Kelleher,
Yeah.
she was the one supposed to like get all these fundings and distribute them. What she did is like she took the money, stole some of it.
What's the term limit for the governor?
I think like
The-
here
what do you mean?
the term 4
is
years.
it a
Oh, the
4
term,
year?
4
it's
years.
exactly like the
The
U.S.
US 4
Okay.
years.
Yeah, 4 years.
Okay.
but they're governors that they
Mhm.
don't have the authority to do like executive decisions. They still need permission from the U.S. government, and la Junta de Control Fiscal. They send them from the U.S. to watch over us because we don't know how to fucking manage our own money, and that's what I think, Jason, that everything got fucked up because these people are asking them, how do you plan to distribute this money? ¿Y cómo lo vas a hacer? ¿Para qué lo necesitas? And then they couldn't answer.
They couldn't answer.
They couldn't
so
answer what they were going to do with the money. Because what they will do is like, okay, I got this friend, Jason. I'm going to tell him that we're going to open this insurance company. It's going to work together with those federal fundings. And we're going to take those other 20 million that's for kids. And we're going to make a foundation. Ayudar a los niños. Something that sounds really, really nice. And
Yeah,
what
I
they'll
don't
do,
know,
and they'll
like-
take the money and they'll do something crazy. And they used to do it. Like they will get money and they will get their friends out of friends. And when the fucking money is gone.
I don't know
So
exactly.
you cannot do that.
Yeah, I don't know
Can't do that
exactly
now.
how it works, but I know that the money comes here, and they don't know how to manage. That's basically it. If we were efficient with all the money we get,
Yeah.
this will be like fucking Singapore or something.
No, so with those billions of dollars, like for have like the best education, best everything. Because
So
Puerto
what
Rico
you're-
got a
what
lot
you're
of
really saying is there's a lot of potential here.
we got a
Yeah.
lot
There's a lot
of
of
natural
opportunity.
resources here.
Yeah.
We got we were talking earlier about the coffee, everything that we got here. Like everything grows in here, bro.
But
Mhm.
I mean, it is what it is. It's like then you see the problem here, and then in the U.S. it's like a whole different problem.
It is.
But it's the same. I guess it's the same shit. It's just different places.
Different place.
Yeah, but
And now
One
we
thing
have
about
the
the-
orange man in charge,
oh yeah,
which is like,
guy's a joke.
can
Yeah,
can we say this in YouTube and we don't get canceled?
no, we don't.
No, I think it's
We don't
okay.
get.
Can't send me
he,
to El
he
Salvador.
approved the law that you could.
Oh yeah,
Talk
he's
shit,
the one
yeah.
that's like, oh, you
Yeah,
can
yeah.
talk.
Beach Crusader.
Yeah, you can take. He's one of. Yeah, you saw the video of him saying hi to the illegal people that were about to cross the border. That was crazy. He's saying hi and they fuck you, Trump. Pinche Trump. He said, "Oh, they like me." I don't think he knows what pinche Trump means.
I think he wasn't say hi. I think he was just like, go.
No, but he was. No, he was. Cause this is go or high five. The motherfucker was waving.
Or
Like
doing
you're not getting here.
or doing the Nazi.
The Nazi. Yeah, nah, that was
Yeah.
Elon Musk.
Do you remember? Do you remember when we all did the Nazi salute?
Yeah, we did. What the fuck?
We cut
Does that even mean something these days, man? Like, fuck that. Like,
It
really?
still means something. It's
You think
history.
so?
I don't
Yeah,
think.
I know, but I think these people are not doing it because of that. They're doing it for the clout.
Yeah,
For people to talk.
like
Well,
Kanye with the
Yeah,
Nazi
with the Ku Klux
symbol.
and the Ku Klux Klan black suit.
Yes.
Like, that he's trying to get attention. That's how I see it. That's what he's doing.
Maybe he's not a good example. I think he's sick.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's mentally ill.
Yeah.
Like he's starstruck. When some people think they're egocentric, he's an egocentric person, and
We were
every
talking
once in a
about
while,
this.
yeah,
Yeah.
every
I
once
feel
in a
like-
while he does this thing. I'm God, so it shouldn't be weird for us because he said it before.
I just think something happens to guys like that. Like, he's made a tremendous amount of money from his talent,
Yeah,
right? And so that's got to feel like, oh, I can do anything.
yeah,
It's like, you're a good artist,
that's it.
and that's okay.
And producer, he's a good producer too.
Phenomenal artist doesn't mean I need to hear you on everything.
Yeah, like what? Why don't
And
you
you're
just
not a-
rap
and
and
you're-
shut up, right?
No, it's not just shut up, but it's also like, I'm not required to hear you talk about everything.
Yeah.
True.
There's certain things you
Particularly-
just keep it to yourself.
Yeah.
Particularly when, like, art is beautiful when it's refined,
True.
Yeah.
I agree with you 100%.
right? Like, you're not just, Basquiat wasn't Basquiat when it was just like straight off the top. It was like, I want the concentrated Basquiat.
Why is it that when they start like Lupe, Fiasco, most of these rappers, like all of them,
Mhm.
they start and they're starving and they make the best music ever. Once they make money, everything goes fucked. everything fucks.
man, because
Like everything goes to
because struggle is beautiful.
right. It's
Yeah.
you get the most creative things are made when you got struggle when you're needing.
Absolutely.
You need to prove yourself, right? So I think that as a human being, you go further
There's-
beyond
There
to
is-
you know
there
to
is-
yeah
There is no substitute for hunger.
yeah. And then when
You
you
can't manufacture that.
yeah, and when you don't stay hungry no more, you say like fuck it, I'll do this. I'll do some crazy bullshit
just-
once
it-
a year, and I
yeah,
get
but
TMC to sponsor me.
But even if you were the most well-intentioned artist, it don't sound the same.
You don't.
Yeah.
And so you have to almost acknowledge it, right?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, think about Jay-Z's arc, right? Like, Hustler coming up. Jay-Z will tell you now today, I'm not that guy
Anymore.
that I was when I was 22, but I
yeah.
can still rhyme.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so you have to you almost have to suspend belief in your mind as the listener,
True.
right? And be like, okay, am I going to accept this as suitable art?
Es verdad.
Yeah.
True.
No, that's true. Like I mean, I think that I was talking to Lucky before our podcast, and I was saying that, and this is my theory. I'm not saying this is how it is,
Sure.
but I think that, for example, if you're a billionaire, and this is only in those extreme cases, like Kanye is a billionaire, Elon Musk is a billionaire, all these people, like being a billionaire in 2025, it's not the same as being a billionaire in the 80s. In 2025, you're a billionaire. But what's the difference between a billionaire and a regular person like us? I'm going to be honest. Like, what's the difference? Like, you get to travel in a private plane, right?
Yeah.
You get to buy maybe an island or some of these stuff. But at the core, we all have the same stuff today, right?
Yeah.
Like, we use the same internet.
True.
We fly to the same. I have friends that have no money sending me pictures from Dubai today. And they're
True.
like, hey, I'm here in Dubai. I'm like, what the fuck? You work in Walmart. Like,
Yeah.
what are you doing in Dubai?
Yeah.
But my point is, and I'm just using an example. My point is, we all take for granted all this stuff that we have today.
Yeah.
But today you can do a lot of shit that people
Without
will
being a
dream
billionaire.
about it.
You don't have to be a
Like
billionaire.
30 years ago, people would dream about the stuff we do today, right? And then when these billionaires, and I'm not saying that's what it is, this is just me thinking.
Yeah.
When you're a billionaire, you're like, fuck. Like, what's the difference between my Mercedes and your Toyota? Literally, there's not. My Mercedes don't fly. I don't have a spaceship that lands in this building, right? So what do I do?
It's the Corinthian leather.
Right? Then you start thinking crazy shit. You're like, I'm going to Mars. I'm gonna buy a spaceship and do some shit. I don't know. This is what I was saying. Like, if I was a billionaire today, it will solve some of my problems, right?
Financial problems only.
Yeah. But other than that, what can I do?
Not only
really?
that,
like what else can I do?
No matter how much billions of dollars you have, if people don't want to respect you, they just don't.
They just don't.
People don't respect money anymore.
Like
in the 80s, I believe like you will have a plane. It was a big thing. First class was a big thing. Now it's a common thing. Like you can rent a private plane. You can travel first class.
Someone,
you know what I mean?
Does a dance on TikTok and become famous in 2 weeks, and it's on a private plane next to you.
Yeah, we had a kid that went viral.
Yeah,
he closed a deal with $1 million.
So
you know
I don't know, and I'm not saying
Crazy.
it's that, but I think that when you get to a certain point of fame, maybe you're thinking in your 8-bedroom mansion, like
and you can only sleep in one.
What do I do now? what do I do with these billions?
Yeah.
I have no fucking clue.
And
Like
when you come to see like numbers, money, and like I'm a father. I know we're all fathers here, right? Right. So like for me, wealth is that you got health, your kids are good. You know what I mean? Like I don't care if I got a lot of money.
I do have
know what I
my billionaire plan. Like
but
no, look, if I was a billionaire,
is it really important?
No, it's not important. But
That's what. That's
But
my
if I
point.
was
It's
a
not important, but I
billionaire,
want it.
No,
Yeah.
no, you could always have more, right?
Yeah.
But when it comes to what I'm telling you,
I hear you.
you know
but
what I
look,
mean?
if
No,
you
no,
were
no,
a
no,
billionaire,
no,
what
no,
would you
no.
do?
You could be a
Job-
billionaire
No,
if you
job,
got
job one is like safety and security for your family.
Yeah.
yeah, that's it.
Right. And what is their future prosperity going to look like? Am I going to
Yeah.
set them up to be as successful as they can be?
Yeah,
Not as they want to be, because you got to lead as a father,
true.
but as you can be. Are you meeting your potential? Like that's
That's
to
the goal.
me, that's job one. And so, for every child, that's not going to look the same,
It's not,
right?
and but probably they won't follow you. On you know what I mean? You want them to be better.
I only got the one, right?
Yeah.
She's very
Yeah.
little.
Yeah,
But I've been doing a lot of reflecting on how my parents raised me. They did the best they could.
Yeah. That's all we all can do, right? Like
Yeah.
if I was, but here's my billionaire plan.
I love this. Go ahead.
Yeah, if I was a billionaire, first I'll set up my friends and family. That'll be easy because I'm a billionaire, right? So I'll set up everyone.
Yeah.
Then after that, I'll start bringing people from the hood and buying houses in wealthy communities and bring it in just to fuck them up, the wealthy communities. So, the people in Dorado, the people in Beverly Hills,
Yeah.
I'll buy a house and I'll bring people from the hood and bring it in. Because
You're creating exposure.
exactly, because
Yeah.
the thing is that's your protection, right? But
Yeah.
as soon as you have the money, you can live there,
yeah,
right? So everybody lives in this bubble. So
yeah.
I'm tapping in all these bubbles. I'm like, you know what? What if I bring this family, this fucked up family, bring it to your community, and now that's your neighbor right now.
Yeah.
Like, and
Well, I mean,
That would
you
be a
do
really-
you do that, and education gets a whole lot more important, doesn't it?
yeah,
Yeah. Not only that, that could also serve them as a lesson that even though that you think that guy comes from being poor,
Mhm.
that person could be educated, that person
Yeah.
be gentle, that person can
Yeah.
be cool with you
Yeah.
and help you in some situations.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So
Absolutely.
that's
I think Jay-Z said that the difference between Bill Gates and anyone from the hood is that Bill Gates have access to a computer before that little kid in Brooklyn have access to it.
Yeah.
That's honestly, that's what it is.
Mhm.
It's opportunity.
and at the end of the day, man,
Time and space.
we're humans. That's our race, humans, not blacks or Latin or white or Asian or we're humans,
All
right? So
all
we're,
right.
we
Except
think
the Chinese
and we
people
can,
you mentioned that they don't.
yeah,
You've
but
never seen him buying chicken.
yeah, I never. Yeah, and I hey, you know what? I keep saying the same thing. Like I never seen them in the supermarket. I don't see, that's what I gotta say. But I don't want to get our friend in trouble.
No,
but-
I'm okay.
Yeah, but like I say, like going back to the
Yeah.
subject, like it could, that idea I like it because it will obligate them, to
Well,
see
the thing
us
is, like,
as we are human beings.
when
and
we
can
live
we can
here,
coexist.
No, and it's not gonna be that much different.
Yeah.
It's about the differences in opportunity.
Yeah, it
Yes.
is.
The differences in, I don't believe it's a capacity issue. It's in what is the opportunity afforded to you.
yeah,
Because I believe like you're in your 16, 18, you got the same opportunity as a rich kid. You will become successful.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because you got the tools.
well,
And
depends
most-
where you were born.
Yeah, but-
I'm not even talking about that.
Yeah,
I'm
but
saying,
sometimes
so
it,
like,
it will help.
yeah, but what Jason's describing,
I know.
what would be nice would be where you have an opportunity to succeed. But the people
Yeah.
Jason is talking about, they have an opportunity to fail,
Yeah,
and it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Because you get another crack at it.
But you think that
Folks from just normal salt of the earth people, you don't get 2-3 cracks at it.
True.
You got to make it happen.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because if you fail,
Oh, the how feel they on you.
somebody that's
Yeah.
dependent on you is going to be destitute.
True.
it's
Because if they fail, it's okay. But if you fail, it's not okay.
Yeah, so that's a resource thing. And That's an
Yeah.
opportunity thing.
Yeah, it is. And you could fuck it up for everybody. At the end of the day.
Yeah, I
True.
mean, yeah, true, absolutely.
Yeah, because I remember when.
Everybody is not going to invent a new rocket. I mean,
No,
that's also true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just for lack of a better
Yeah.
idea there, but I hear you. I like the billionaire plan.
I like it.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, I buy it. I like it. I like it.
That's something that I would like to see because it's important for me. Like I come from the projects. I mentioned this on the podcast.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, for those people that never had a chance to see the stuff that I've seen, it's like it's night and day.
yeah.
It's like when you come from the projects and you get to see to the other side, it's like you have no idea what you're even talking about. It's so different.
And not only that, I got to see him develop because I'm a little bit more older, and I got to see the Jason that was a breakdancer / enthusiast in acting, right?
Yeah.
Jazz, hip hop, the hip hop knowledge, no English at all, to this
knew that.
Jason today.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So I saw the whole thing.
Shout
I
out
taught
Fresh
this guy
Prince.
how to drive, so
Yeah.
So
But like my thing is, like, when I look back, I
Yeah.
think, like, not just me, but like anybody else, right?
True.
You look back and you're like, instead of having these discussions in the neighborhood about who's better, whatever, what if we all get together and then just push and see how we can be better, and
True.
you know what I mean? And because there's a lot of those people in the other side, and we're wasting time here talking about something that we don't even know.
True.
Mhm.
We need to focus and get to that point first,
Mhm.
and then we can have those conversations, because it's different. I mean, from Puerto Rico to the U.S., and then people from Puerto Rico, they go to the U.S. and buy a house in Florida, and we always make fun of people that move to Florida.
Yeah, because it's become
Because
like San Juan Part 2.
Yeah, San Juan
no,
Part
not even
2.
that. Carolina Part 2.
they go to San Juan, they walk in Walmart, and then they buy their house in Florida. That's cool. You know what I mean? But then you think you made it, but you have no idea what you're doing. You know what I
Mhm.
mean?
Mhm.
Like, there's more than that. And if it's not even more. It's like you have to decide what you want to do. You want to be with your family, or you want to do more, and what's more for you. And those things are important. But I guess people are motivated for money, and that's what they like to do. So whatever.
Money should be a motivation, like, but at the end of the day, like, the goal is to set a community of people that that you can set them up and help them out to develop their, to their full potential.
Yeah.
You could do it with friends and family and create this community, like he said, like you're creating this barricade of people
Yeah.
on your own, concept and beliefs and all this stuff, and it's a beautiful thing, helping out people. But in the real world, sometimes you got that mindset. Not everybody around your circle or family are in the same mindset,
Sure.
and sometimes that makes it difficult.
Everybody can't go.
Yeah, it can't,
Mm.
and
Everybody don't want to go.
some people gotta fall down.
Yeah, everybody don't want to do it. Yeah.
Some people gotta fall down and maybe hit rock bottom a few times for them to like
Sure.
finally get it. But some of them are smarter. Like Jason's being very, very smart since like I married young. So Jason saw me that I got married young and got divorced young. So he's like, no, fuck it, I'm not married. So he always tells me that story. Like, I saw you guys and everything that you guys did, I did not do. Like, you know what I mean? So in a way, he's always
That's
been
But
he's
that's a
smart.
compliment, right?
Yeah, it is a compliment because this guy, like, he's very smart.
Sure, but he
Like-
was looking at you as a benchmark,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So because like
prototype.
yeah, it is. Because I didn't have one. Like
Mhm.
I come from a really, really dysfunctional family.
Mhm.
So it was kind of difficult for me because I was always the guy defending my friends. I never had somebody having my back, so it's difficult.
Sure.
So it's different. So by the time that I met Jason, I already had a job, and I was doing, some things, and I was always like hang out with him, and we have like the same love for hip hop, and we became friends like that from day one, right?
Yeah.
And I saw his development, man, and we always saw him like he was a stand-up guy. I always admire him, like not just for the music.
This is a off-beat question.
Yeah.
What's the first hip hop song where you were just like, okay, that I like that?
Me and him.
Just you.
Oh, me, Rakim, pop up the volume. When I first like, I was listening to. I didn't understand what pop up the volume meant, but I kind of like that. Also, KRS One. I like a lot of KRS One songs. The Sound of the Police. This what was the song called? If You Got What It Takes, because it's KRS and premieres on them. What is that song?
Curtis Blow.
No. Curtis Blow, and then they got that he did that line, but he says in premieres on the break. Dun 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 dun. The beat.
Yeah.
What's that song called?
God, I know.
It was KRS One. This is 19.
I know what you're talking about.
I know what you're talking about.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
They act like they don't know.
Yeah.
MCs act like they don't know.
Yeah.
Oh my God. If you don't know me by now, I doubt you'll ever know me. Dude, when I first heard that, I was like, this is what I want. And I didn't know the language in full. I got my cousins from New York and people that I know.
No, the triangle in that song.
Oh my!
Like sonically,
dude,
it's crazy.
Yeah. Oh my God, the beat alone, the beat alone, and then he starts clapping. If you got what it takes, because he's starting old school with a flow, Curtis Blow, but then he turns it into his own thing. That's why it sounds like Curtis Blow. So Rakim, the same thing, and then you know what, Run DMC. I kind of never liked Run DMC as much as other, African Bambaataa, somebody, because I found it early in my years that what was hip hop and what was mainstream. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Sugar Hill Gang, instead of hip hop, I didn't like that.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So I kind of had that knowledge early on. Yeah. So when I heard that music, I fell in love with him. And most of the guys I talked to them to about music, they did not know. But when I spoke to Jason, we met at like a taco place. I'm not gonna say the name. And in that spot, we started talking about Grave Diggers, Bush Babies, Lords of the Underground, Wu-Tang Clan, Onyx. We'll talk about everybody. Like from the 90s early on, and Fushnikins, all these guys. So we will debate about no, I like him. No, fuck that. The leaders of the new schools were better than this other guy, whatever. Yeah. So we will. I didn't have nobody to talk about that. Not everybody here know about hip hop. You know what I mean? So we have a friend in common that is South Smash, Sucia Smash, Saludo, Jeremia. Remember him? That guy is a DJ in New York. He's a famous DJ now. He knows a lot. Before Jason, that was my guy to talk about Wu-Tang, All Dirty Bastard, Raekwon the Chef, the rest of everything, Method Man. So when I met Jason had a lot of knowledge. You know what I mean? So that's how we clicked, right? We started talking about hip-hop all day. Like we would not talk about anything else, just music. And then he was very quiet, and one day he started rapping. Jason this guy can fucking rap in Spanish, like you have no idea. He's a walking dictionary. So this guy was very, very good, like above average, and that's how we met the other people, and we clicked with Loki. We met Amy later on, and that was it, bro. Like that's how we connected. And one of the first songs that I heard was Rakim, and then KRS One. And when KRS One came in, like that was it. For me, you
Remember
know,
the
KRS
beat.
One. That
Dun, dun,
no, that's it. You got me on that beat.
dun, dun,
The first time I
dun.
heard that beat, I was like, "What the fuck is this?" Like, I didn't have no idea of how the metrics work on that type of beat. You know,
Yeah, yeah,
16 bars. I had no idea. I just started mumbling shit. Because that beat makes you mumble whatever the fuck you want. And then we got the 45 here that had like the acapella, the beat, and the song. Remember those?
I think for me was Don't Sweat the Technique.
Oh yeah, don't sweat the technique.
Dun, 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 dun,
They had like a
dun,
little sax.
dun,
Oh yeah,
That one and Pete Rock and Seal Smooth the
Those samples were dope. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man, that was 1993,
Yeah, I don't
92,
know.
maybe 92. Yeah, I was like 13 or 14 years old.
But
I'm 45 right now, so shit.
yeah, I think
we're old.
we're old. Yeah.
If you know KRS One, you're above 30. You know, you're 40.
And then when Wu-Tang came out with like Wu-Tang Forever and all that other stuff,
Oh,
man, that was
yeah.
a whole.
That was a whole, yeah. Those videos, man. Like when they become like the Beehive. Oh my God, they were so updated, right? Like that was this guy. What was his name? Hype Williams. Hype Williams he used to do all the videos. There were high tech $1 million budget videos.
Yeah.
Hype Williams.
Belly.
That was him.
Belly.
He was the best.
Belly.
Bro.
He did the whole movie, right?
Yeah. He did the Heartless, right?
Yeah.
Was that Hype Williams?
Yeah.
How could you be so heartless? Man, that guy did like all the fucking iconic songs.
But he's.
Yeah. Production is telling us that we're off topic.
Yeah, I can see it. Yeah, no, I know. No,
Yeah.
we'll have 1 hour.
I don't know sign language. I'm dumb.
So from hip hop to go back
back to what we were saying.
Solomon, this is what happened. Like we start talking about something, we're moving to two different topics, but
that's on a regular conversation. You
whatever.
start talking
That's what
about
it
the
is.
wall.
There's no topics
talking
here.
about the floor.
I've had a couple of cups. My
Yeah.
bad.
So yeah.
I need another one, but whatever.
Yeah. I'll get it for you.
Can you? But while Omega come back,
Yeah. Rhymes rugged and built like Schwarzenegger.
let's start talking about the 15-year-old. Wait,
Oh my gosh.
should we start this without Omega? I think no, we can start it. No, production is like no. Okay, I'm just gonna introduce the information.
I gotta hear the backstory on this. I hadn't heard
So
what happened on this one.
I'm reading here. Let's see. So there's a teacher in Illinois, and I'm translating because this is in Spanish, right?
Mhm.
And apparently, she had sex with a 15-year-old kid, and
A student?
uh,
Her student?
yeah, but he was in special education, and she was a trainer.
Oh.
I'm reading in Spanish
Yeah,
and
man,
trying to,
I hear you.
you know,
Just off the top of my head, that sounds all bad.
no, it is all bad. She was 30,
Okay.
so it's only a 15 years difference.
Okay. 15 years difference, but it's a minor.
Yes. No, it's still it's bad.
you,
Where
sir.
was this? Let me see. Downer Grove South High School. I don't know where that is.
Downers Grove?
Downers Grove South High School.
And this is where? Which state was this at?
Illinois?
That's where I'm trying to
I
see.
think Downers Grove, that's like Chicagoland.
That's
Really?
Chicago, right?
Production. And then she was texting him like, I love you, baby. And
I just, I think kids spend an inordinate amount of time with their teachers. I'm not sure how something like this can happen. I
I don't
mean,
know.
you went to high school, right? You went to middle school.
Yes.
All of us went to school. I can't envision a situation where this would have been appropriate, or two, where it could have happened, and three, I can't imagine a 30-year-old that would want to do that with a 15-year-old.
I was 15 once, and
I could see where a 15-year-old would want
no
to do it.
teacher ever came to me.
Yeah, that doesn't happen in Puerto Rico.
Didn't happen.
No, it didn't happen.
Maybe because I had dreadlocks at the time, but
No, man.
if
Well, I had a crush on
because-
this teacher, but she would not she would not even
okay,
look at
alright,
me. You know
hold
what
on.
I mean?
wait,
Hold on.
Because it was a
So let's start here. Minors cannot consent.
no,
I know
That's
you're the
number-
adult.
that's
She's the
number-
adult. I know.
That's number one.
Yeah.
But number two, and I said this earlier, whatever she was going through, she could have just went to happy hour.
that's true.
That's a good point.
And it's like,
And she's
if
good
you-
looking.
If you just needed some affection,
Yeah.
you could have found that.
On a legally adult, 21 over adult.
So how do you think this happened? Like, he was 15, he was sitting on the desk,
Proximity.
proximity. It's like,
Yeah.
hey,
Do you think that
throw some D's on.
do you think that the kid was a promiscuous kid and he was like, "Hey, will you suck my dick?" or something like that? You know how kids, but
And
you
she
got
was like, yeah.
and she's like, "Okay, I'll do it." But then again, you're the adult. Like let's say it's vice
I don't
versa.
think I
see
that's
this
how
15-year-old girl,
happened.
I'm not gonna fucking
I think-
say nothing to her, even if she comes at me. You know what I mean? Because I'm the adult.
I think it was a conversation.
Fuck that. I got
And
$2.
then-
Shit.
Got a ride home. This is the worst music.
This song
This
doesn't
is pure
fit.
speculation.
Yeah, but
This is
Jason is making this shit up. Like
I-
what he thinks
look,
happened.
this is how
What
it
do you
happened.
think it happened? Yeah, tell
Yeah.
me.
So they've been talking,
Mm-hmm.
you know.
What?
He had bad grades. She was like,
She
hey,
took a special interest.
yeah,
Yeah.
I can help you with this. And then they start talking. It took weeks, maybe months, because you have to groom the kid.
Hola, soy yo.
I'm sorry.
That voice.
And
Oh my
then
God.
after a few weeks or month, having like extra attention, she was like, hey, you're taking the bus. He's like, yeah, it sucks. And she's like, I'll give
Yeah,
you a
she
ride.
did
That's
suck.
so attractive.
She did suck.
Yeah. And then giving a ride.
That's what I think it happened.
if your 30-year-old teacher
She's
touch
hot.
you,
She's
yeah,
hot.
no, she's hot.
I know.
And then, Miguel, you were 15 once.
Yeah.
If your 30-year-old teacher who's hot
Yeah.
give you a ride,
I probably make a move and grab her tie and say, "Can you teach me?"
I don't know, man.
No. But you know what?
You know what?
But
I don't want to be wild out of here.
No, I know. But what you're
Just
saying
think
is
about how
true.
wild what we're talking about is. So you are. This is the teacher.
Yeah.
yeah.
She let a 15-year-old in special ed
Yeah.
smash.
Oh,
Yeah.
wait. I
Oh,
forgot that
okay.
part. I'm sorry. Yeah. Special ed, it's a different
Type of thing,
different type of thing.
Yeah,
I
because
agree.
Yeah.
You know what?
She took
Ignore
advantage
my
of
whole
him.
story. That doesn't even apply to this. I have no clue. I'm going to be honest with you. Yeah, no, I have no clue how
You
this
fucked
happened.
up, Jason.
No, like-
no. But
No, this is her fault. 100%. Like she.
yeah, he said it. Solomon said it.
No, I
At
forgot
first he said
special
that
ed. I was putting myself in
you're
the
the
position.
adult and you're the adult.
Yeah,
you know
I know,
what I mean?
but I was 15 once, and
Well, if
No,
you're a special ed, does that make you more hornier?
No.
when you're 15,
But the
Yeah,
dynamic-
you're horny
the dynamic-
regardless.
The dynamic that's different here is we're talking about her and him.
yeah,
He's a 15-year-old boy.
Yeah.
Any 15-year-old boy is gonna do that.
Yeah.
15-year-old boy in special ed is gonna do that.
Yeah.
that's
But
true.
But
She
she
took
but
advantage.
she preyed on him.
She did.
Like that's
She did. She prayed, sucked, and fucked the kid. And
Christ.
that's sorry, but she's vowed for that. she prayed, sucked, and fucked. You know, a couple of times. So she did it. She committed. Oh, she overdid it. Oh my God, she did commit it twice. Maybe who knows? Maybe she could be doing it for months. Yeah. Even Chun-Li got into it. So oh, you remember Chun-Li? She was hot from Street Fighter.
But you know, yeah,
Yeah.
I remember that.
Kind of reminds me of that teacher. So
But
so yeah, but you know, jokes aside, he's right. You know, she preyed on him. That's what she did.
no, special ed, it's a whole different. I
Nah,
don't
that's
even
bogus.
know. That's fucked
She should
up.
get jail time.
Yeah, I don't even know how you do that. Like, how do you?
That is really stupid.
That's my point.
That's
Yeah.
really stupid.
Sorry, I
fucking-
forgot that part.
No,
yeah,
no, it's not that. No,
Regardless,
it's no
even
need
if
to
it wasn't a
apologize.
special ed,
No,
man,
no,
you
no.
don't do that.
no,
You don't do that at all. You're a teacher. You're
But that-
supposed to
but
teach.
with the information that I've been told this evening, that's fucking diabolical.
Yeah.
Like that is so.
Like, gotta be sick for that shit.
Yeah,
Really, you gotta be sick.
Or just like, what were you thinking? Like, what are you thinking about?
You could be
You're
sick.
30. She could be, but you are 30.
Yes, and you are the adult, and not only the adult. You are a teacher. With the parents trust you to teach, not to fuck them or touch them or molest it. You know what I mean? You get trust. No,
course.
really.
You are sending your kid to come home in the condition that you sent them.
Yeah. And
Not
And
to
this
be,
kid
and
came
not to
and-
be fucked by their 30
and no, yeah. And not only that, this kid came home and says he's special ed. I bet he
I'm
said,
gonna
"I
send you the
fucked my
link,
teacher.
Solomon, so you
I
can
fucked
read
my
a little bit
teacher."
more. I
They
send it
say,
to
"How
you.
was your day?"
Okay.
Well, I fucked my teacher today. It was good, but bad at the same
I
time.
gotta read about this.
He could have said it. You know what I mean? Like, he said it.
coulda-
These kids don't lie.
Tacho, Carmelito, la hubiese cogido.
Ay, Carmelito, sí. We had this
Sí,
friend that he would have fucked the shit out of her. Like,
Carmelito,
yeah, this was crazy kid.
que en paz descanse.
Yeah, he.
Pa' colmo. Ay, Dios
Yeah,
mío.
Dios
Does our
mío.
mother-in-law subscribe to this podcast?
Yeah, I think
I don't-
my mom doesn't like this podcast. So
Okay.
yeah, hey mom.
Pero,
Maybe she doesn't know
Miguel,
that much.
tú tuviste 15 años
Yo tuve
alguna
15
vez?
años, claro que sí.
Ay,
bien bellaco que era.
bendito.
Si una maestra me agarra el huevo, probablemente se lo meto.
Aunque no
Posiblemente
te lo
una maestra.
agarrara.
Exacto, posiblemente. Ya está, producción lo digo. Producción me conoce también,
Bendito.
saben que se hubiese ido en volanta.
Desde los 15.
Esta bofeta coge.
Desde los 15,
Sí,
es que no hay
de los
break.
15. ¿Entiendes? Pero es que, mano, es lo que yo digo. Tú sabes que...
Es más, yo me hubiese hecho que tuviera educación especial para ver si
Sí, yo también.
si ganaba
Me
algo.
hubiese hecho el pendejo y todo. Pero, yo me metí en economía doméstica porque me gustaba la maestra, imagínate. Pero lo que yo digo es, fuera de relajo, por ejemplo, ustedes saben que yo di clases de baile en Lili Castro, cabrón, y había nenas de 14 y 15 que me decían lo que era. Y yo nunca me atreví.
No.
Is this real?
What?
Is this real?
What you reading?
I'm just gonna read a.
Where
I'm
do you get
just
the
gonna
source?
read a- I'm just
What is
gonna
the
read a
source?
paragraph.
The
This is
People
from
magazine.
this is from People magazine.
All right.
Just like a
Oh, yeah, that's the same one I
world-renowned,
read.
Just bastion of journalism. Okay.
Shoot.
Police confronted Formella with the alleged texts that were found, to which she responded by claiming the victim had taken her phone in class, sent the messages to himself, and then deleted them on her phone while saving them on his for blackmail. This is a kid in special ed. Did all that.
Nah, I don't believe that shit. I don't believe that. Do you believe that?
I don't believe any of it.
No, I believe she was horny. She fucked the kid because he was healthy. Shit, I'm sorry. Hey, this is my opinion, okay? This is not Jason's or you know what I mean?
No.
So she
No,
said,
you own your
okay,
opinion.
he's healthy. He's a healthy young boy. Yes, I'm going to
Little
fuck
special.
him. Yeah, little special ed. And I'm going to fuck little special ed. And that's what she did. and she was wrong for it, bro. She's gonna
If
go
you
to
go
jail.
to your dad and you tell them when you're 15 that you
Oh, she
fuck
will
your
get
teacher.
Fuck yeah, go son. But that's what I'm saying. It's not good. It sounds good, but it's not. It's
No, it's
still
not.
raped. You still no for real. Because you know what? This kid has problems. You know what I mean? It's not a regular 15-year-old. That if,
No,
you know what
yeah.
I mean? And maybe the kid was like, yeah, let's do it because she's hot.
Was
And
he
he's
Latin?
15.
What if the kid was Latin?
But that's the whole point.
Even
right?
if it-
minors can't consent because of just that, right?
Yeah. They don't
this
have the
person-
mentality
this,
to.
This person is either attractive or showing me some attention, so I'm gonna go ahead and do what they want to do. That's why minors can't consent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
that's
bet
true.
she was touching his dick or something like. No, really.
Well, that's
she
not
must
a
did-
mystery.
Yeah, she did something. She did something to provoke the kid. You know what I mean? The kid is not gonna go to a teacher, especially a special ed, and say, "Hey, touch my dick." No, that shit doesn't happen. So the adult must have done something for the
Well,
kid.
that's what I
You know
mean. Like took it in a car.
No. The adult either ignored a boundary, purposely did
Yeah.
some shit.
Yeah. I used to teach girls that were 14 and 15. Jason laughs about it, but
Para.
I never said nothing bad to them. Even I will get like a female to be present when I was giving the lessons. So because some of the girls would tell stuff to me, you know what I mean? Because I was 20 something.
Yeah.
And hey, teachers, he's good looking, whatever, you know? So I had an alibi.
Yeah.
I wasn't alone with them. You know what I mean? And if they would tell me something that I know that will lead to another thing, I would just ignore it because I was the adult. And I think that's the best mature way to handle those situations.
Hey, you're always
Wow.
the adult. Like you
You
have to remember that.
you have to remember that. You
You're
cannot
always
let
the
your
adult.
dick or your you know what I mean, run your shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I think it's bogus, man. Like what she did, it was wrong. Period. There's no like we can joke
know what?
about everything, but
take
he still
the ages out of it.
yeah.
It's like, to me, a situation where somebody's at work and they're just dating all the waitresses. It's like, if you have game, go out and just go get it in a place where you're not coercing people
True.
for your sex.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
she
that's-
could have
that,
fucked
like-
somebody else.
Like,
There's always somebody else.
you're 30. I saw the picture.
Yeah.
You could go somewhere and have a relationship.
Yeah. Punch me on that camera, you slut. You could have picked somebody your age. What the fuck is your problem?
Or
Cunt.
older. There's a lot of
Cunt.
people.
What the fuck is that? That's a fucking
Yeah.
kid.
30-year-old. No,
No.
you don't do that. 15. No.
No. You don't do that. Yeah, it's wrong. However you look at it, it's wrong.
Yeah.
It's wrong. It is wrong.
Yeah,
Next
and
topic.
I mean, and there's no 15-year-old that's not going to do it.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's yeah. So when
Like, for real.
when I think on my 15-year-old brain, I'll be like,
Yeah.
yes, I'll
Hell
do
yeah.
it.
I'll do it,
You
but,
know?
but when
Yeah.
you're thinking you're
When
40,
I think in my 30-year-old brain, I'm like, no way.
fucking way.
Like I'm not
even at your
not
20s,
even close.
even when I was 24,
Like, it's like,
25,
you don't do
a
that.
girl 15 will approach to me, I will not do nothing. You know, like what the fuck is wrong with you? You know what I mean?
Yeah. I'm looking at it from the other. I'm like, other point of view.
Yeah.
She should have just been on some other shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I guess we
Pervert.
don't know
You pervert.
was this in Chicago? I guess we didn't know the area.
Where was this? It was in Chicago. Where's
Um,
yeah, I think it was Chicago, right?
Does it matter?
No,
Where-
it
where-
doesn't matter. If it could be Puerto Rico. It could be anywhere. It's wrong. It's still wrong.
It's Illinois, Downers Grove.
It's like
I believe that's a suburb.
yeah,
Well,
it doesn't matter. It's still wrong.
it didn't happen to me when I was 15.
Yeah, you wish it happened to you.
Yeah, there
You're
was
15 with the
I have
15 mentality.
When I was 15,
You
I
think
have
you
this
crush-
English teacher,
yeah.
and
You wanted
people
to bang your
say-
English teacher?
People said that she will go with.
That
the
was not the
students.
question. Do you wanted to bang your English
Yeah,
teacher?
that's where I
at
was
15.
gonna go. I remember
And he admits, you know,
at
like,
15.
yeah, you don't think right,
15, you're walking
and you want to fuck everything.
everything
At
and move.
15, yeah.
Downers Grove is southwest suburb of Chicago.
Yeah, that's right. It was in
so
Chicago.
it was in Chicago.
Yeah.
That's
Maybe.
why
Was he Mexican?
Um,
No.
it's a minor, so that's probably not been disclosed.
Yeah. It's the South Side.
but the
Yeah.
special ed part, it's
Yeah, it's fucked up.
I mean, it's fucked up in
Anyway.
but
Yeah.
if you know as a teacher that this kid has problems, like, you know what you're doing.
Oh, she didn't know what she was doing. He didn't know what he didn't know what the fuck was going on.
He is not
Is she like
at 15. He's not in an emotional space, not in
No.
a legal space. There's no situation where a 15-year-old can consent.
You know, but you know what? I don't want to create like controversia, ¿verdad? Pero I saw this Adam Sandler movie where he fucked the teacher and everybody was cheering for him.
what movie was that?
There was this movie, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
There's this movie that Adam Sandler did. I don't remember the title, but when he was in his 13s, he was like in junior high, he fucked his teacher and everybody was, hey, great. And they went to the classroom and everybody saw them fucking at a school play.
But he wasn't. He
This
wasn't
was this school play and the
13.
kid is butt naked with
He
the teacher.
was like 25.
No. In the movie, yeah, but I mean, but in the movie,
Yeah.
he was a kid. He was banging his teacher,
No.
and the whole school saw it.
He was in a.
Yeah.
You're talking about hold on.
What's the
What's the name of the other movie?
I know what you're talking
Yeah,
about.
yeah,
Hold on one second.
and he was he was a small guy at first. You know, was a little kid.
Oh
started
my
started
gosh.
as a small
You're
kid.
Nick-
talking about Billy Madison.
Yeah, Billy Madison, right?
Okay, but he was an adult going.
No.
to-
No.
He
No.
was
Yeah,
still-
Billy
no,
Madison.
No, it was
But he
not.
hadn't done any of the classes.
No, yeah, but it wasn't Billy Madison. It was another Adam Sandler
Okay,
movie.
Okay.
Look
Alright.
for it. Put Adam Sandler's movie where he bangs the teacher.
That
could be on
happened
Google.
with Billy Madison.
No.
He's in like the 6th grade or something.
No, but that's when he's a retard or something. That's not that one. The one I'm talking about, he's an actual kid playing Adam Sandler when he was in junior high.
Okay.
And he
alright.
banged the teacher. The teacher goes to jail.
Can,
Yeah, you
That
gotta
movie
fu-
I have not seen.
I've
Hold on
seen
a
it.
second.
can you say retard?
Yeah, we can say retard.
I don't think you can say that on YouTube.
No, that word is
Special ed.
out.
Yeah, can you look for me? It's a movie. Okay. I'm
Hold on.
Okay.
I'm looking.
While
Yeah,
they look
yeah.
for movies,
Yeah.
suscríbete a la
Big Daddy.
terapia del día.
Waterboy? No, not Waterboy.
No.
Suscríbete a la terapia del día. Búscanos en Instagram y comenta aquí abajo en español, en inglés, en
Little Nicky.
cualquier idioma. En lo que esta gente están buscando todavía las películas. Si Adam Sandler era un retardado o se clavó una maestra que no sabemos si es verdad.
I'm-
I get that. You
Subscribe
got
to our
the,
channel.
yeah.
I'm
Here,
pretty.
that's my
Ah.
boy. That's my boy, Sandler's. Here you go.
Pato. Producción,
Okay.
it's having fun with the.
Oh yeah, she's having fun with the controllers.
No. Okay.
All right, I got
don't
here-
call him she, because we don't know if it's a she or a he.
Him, yeah, he's a non-binary producer.
A non-binary producer, yeah.
Yeah. So son gets in junior high school teacher pregnant. See this one. That's my boy. It's called That's My Boy. The
That's My
synopsis for that movie says, in this movie, Adam Sandler's character, Donnie Berger, gets his junior high school teacher pregnant, and they have a son,
Okay.
Han
I
Solo
missed that
Burger.
movie. I
Yeah,
apologize.
so in this movie, burglar. So in this movie, he fucks his teacher while he's 13, and he gets. Dude, I'm not. Hey,
When was this
it's on
movie
IDV
made?
Mob.
Did
That's
not
my
be made-
boy.
did not be
2012. It was
to
made
begin.
in 2012.
No, lo que me gusta
Here
que
you go.
se.
No,
Watch it.
I'm tracking.
watching the
I'm
trailer?
looking-
What I
I'm
like
looking at it,
is that the name is That's My Boy.
That's my boy. That's what I'm saying. So you got Hollywood sponsoring that shit.
Déjame ver el lado carátula. Ahí
Here
sí
you
yo
go.
la vi.
That's my boy. Here, no, I got the movie trailer, which is better. So the movie trailer is here, where he bangs the teacher. Teacher's hot, by the way, and here
Búsquela. That's my boy.
that's my boy. 2012. It was on 2012, and it's rated R. See, that's the teacher, and that's him when he's young. So he bangs her at the school play, and the scenario goes down. You know,
Donnie's.
like the backdrop falls down and they're banging. He's butt naked, 13-year-old banging the teacher, and it was in Hollywood by Adam Sandler. So
Okay.
So basically,
Pero he wasn't
Yeah.
special ed,
yeah, but he still was 13, banging a teacher.
I guess. Yeah.
Got her pregnant. She went to jail, and the movie was funny, and it was a rated R.
Okay.
So yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like I got a data on my head. It's like I don't.
Okay.
No, fair point.
So we have 5 more minutes. Let's
Yeah.
start. Let's start talking about the music we've been listening. This is something we do, Solomon, in our podcast.
Okay.
We
Well,
talk
since
about.
he's our guest. He
Yeah.
goes first.
You go first. Like, what
Oh
you
my
been
gosh.
listening this
I
week?
can't go first.
What do you have on your
It's
playlist?
just music.
this
Like,
week?
what have you
Music.
been this week? What's on your playlist this week?
I've been listening to a lot of Gary Clark Jr. I've been
Okay.
listening to a lot of Mars Volta.
Oh, Mars
Um,
Volta is cool.
I've been listening to a lot of Jamiroquai.
Okay.
I mean, I've been traveling, so I've been by myself. So
Yeah.
I've been missing my family.
What's usually on your playlist, like on a daily basis? What type of is it? Hip hop? Is it classic?
Honestly, it's mood dependent.
It's
Yeah.
yeah.
It is really mood dependent, but it could be like my interests. Hip hop is my favorite,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
but
But
I
it
don't
depends.
but I don't have a hip hop artist that I'm like,
This is my favorite.
the
You just-
artist, like you.
no, today, like right now,
No,
that
no,
I'm just
there-
like
there-
listening
there's
to,
none.
listening to. I think really like Freddie Gibbs.
Yeah.
But he don't have anything out right now.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
Oh, those are good choices. I just
Yeah.
want people to know so people can start looking, what do we
Yeah.
listen to? What about you, Miguel?
I was listening to Das Effects. Boom, stickety, boom, stickety. My hip board's connected to my top bone. My top stones connected to my
Yeah.
huddy huddle. Yeah, listening to that old school hip hop. I was listening to Fush Nickens. Can We Rock? What's up, Doc? Remember they had Shaq in the video? I was listening to that happy hip hop that for some reason from 93 to 94, and that was it.
It was like,
And then you had hip hop, hooray, ho, and then they went to gangster rap.
Mhm.
95, everything, let's kill each other. But before that, there was like a 2-year gap where everybody was happy on the hip hop community.
And it was fun.
Yeah, we have like, here we go, listen to how we flow. Naughty by Nature was singing.
Yeah.
Tretch, that motherfucker from the OPP, me, he was singing. Here we go, just hear me. Da, da, da. It was nice.
What was the
Family
song about the
flow.
baby in the trash?
Yeah, it was really nice, and this guy was doing it, and then we have Fresh Prince
Mhm.
singing a lot of cool songs like
Will
Summer,
Smith came
Summertime.
out with a new album. Wasn't that great. I
Yeah,
listened to
he
it.
had some nice bars, but he was trying to fit in, and that's what made it whack.
What right now?
Yeah, he came out with an album this week.
Yeah,
You don't have anything to rap about.
Yeah. you don't
yeah,
need to.
yeah.
It's
He was
what
always
we were
whack.
talking about.
He's
Yeah.
been
We
whack.
don't have. There's not enough pressure.
Yeah, he's been whack forever. Like he's one of the dopest whack MCs that I've ever heard.
I still like Summertime.
I like, but I like him
Yeah,
as
I'm
an
not
actor.
I'm not gonna pretend like he couldn't rap.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but he's not like, I don't know, man. Like maybe I'm talking shit, but for me, I'm gonna talk.
Yeah,
for
no,
me,
he's
it's not.
De La Soul. Or,
Yeah,
No,
he's not.
no,
Yeah,
no,
that's
no.
what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
I hear you.
Is yeah. So I was listening to LL Cool J
Mhm.
and doing it well,
Wow.
doing it. Man, I like that fucking song. Go Brooklyn, go Brook. That was a dope song.
Yeah.
I was listening to Busta Rhymes, and Leaders of the New School.
Mhm.
I was listening to Scenario, which I thought it was very high tech for the time.
Mhm.
1991, powerful impact, boom from the cannon. Oh my god, dude! I like that fucking verse. His verse was the shit.
Yeah.
Everybody else's stuff, I don't like it. Q-Tip was nah. I like Busta's verse right there. And I was listening to a lot of old school hip hop. That was what I listened like most of the weekend and the week. And I got pissed because I went to this tournament and none of my daughters won. One of them get an awesome fight, the little one, and she lost by a point. But Amy, my daughter, like the body came to the tournament, but not her head. You know what I mean? Like those days that, you know, she had a bad day. But you know what? She has won a lot of tournaments. This is like the second one that, you know, on her time being in Taekwondo that she loses. You know what I mean? And, you know, just it wasn't a good day. It wasn't a good day for her. But we still cheer up for her. You know what I mean? And I know she's a warrior, and we'll get him in the next one.
I like that.
That's good.
Yeah.
So I only have one song that I was listening this week. It's this band called Can, like CAN, Vitamin C. I don't know if you heard it.
The song is called Vitamin C.
Vitamin C Can. It's an old song, but when I used to break dance, they used to play it all the time.
Okay.
And I forgot about it, and then I found it came out back in my playlist this week, and I started listening, and it was just like, I really like it. Can, Vitamin C.
Vitamin C.
Look for it.
I'm going to give her the vitamin D.
La terapia del día, episodio 21. 21. Episode 21.
English version.
It's supposed to be bilingual, but we end up speaking
yes,
English.
so
We don't care.
And we had a great guest.
Yeah, we have a great guest.
Yes.
Should we clap like other podcasts?
Eso.
I appreciate y'all letting me come in. I had a great time.
See?
Jason is a terrific brother-in-law.
Oh, that's good. Like, you never thought that you would come here and do a podcast
In
I
Puerto
did not.
Rico.
in Puerto Rico.
I did not.
There you go.
Oh, there you go. La
La
terapia del
terapia del
día.
día.
Today's therapy.
Andas tú, yo.